Today I'm going to talk about strange laws in a country I'm going to call Asu. There's a very powerful general in Asu, and Asu has, the general in Asu has declared that if the government wants to take property from the citizens, they just have to allege that a crime has occurred. They don't have to prove that a crime's occurred, they just have to allege it. And the burden then is on the citizens to prove that a crime didn't occur if they want their property back. Now, I'd like to know if you think this is fair, but that's the rules in Asu. In fact, in Asu, if a citizen wants their property back, they have to go to court and they have to prove that the property wasn't used in a crime. In the instances where one of the citizens is charged with a crime, if that person is found not guilty, that doesn't mean they get the property back. They still will have to show, it's their burden to show that it wasn't used in a crime, and if they don't make it, too bad. Now, the other problem is that the citizens there, well, they have to pay for a lawyer. And lawyers in Asu, as in places like here, it's expensive. And a lot of the poor folks, they just can't afford to pay for lawyers. And more often than not, since the government makes the rules, the government wins, and people usually lose their money. Now, part of the problem is in Asu, where the general is from the Yellow State. And in the Yellow State in particular, the brute squad, they get 100% of what they seize as long as they win. And so there's great motivation, of course, for the brute squad to seize stuff because they get 100% of the proceeds from that. And that's where, again, where this general is from. So before I continue on, and there's a little bit of surprises in here, at least I hope for you, I'd like you to stop this video and I'd like to hear your comments, please. I'd like to hear what you think of Asu and what you think of the rules in Asu. This is going on right now. So I'd like to hear what you think. Tell me what you think. Pause the tape and we'll come back. Part 2. First off, Asu, well, Asu itself isn't a real country. I said I called the place Asu. Asu is just USA, spelled backwards. And the general I was talking about, well, that's Attorney General Jeff Sessions. And these laws already do exist. They're called our forfeiture laws. And that's right, what I've said is all accurate. In the United States, in the good old USA, you don't have to be found guilty of a crime. If the government thinks that you're involved in criminal activity, they can take your stuff, they can take your property. The burden's then on you to prove that it wasn't used in a crime. And if you can't prove that, they keep your stuff. Of course, this disproportionately hurts poor people. It hurts rich people too. It hurts everybody, but poor people are less likely to be able to afford an attorney. And a lot of times, if the property is a couple of $1,000s, it's going to cost you more than that to hire an attorney. A lot of folks, they're out, and even if you hire an attorney, since the burden is on the citizen, you're out of luck. So, do I think these laws are screwy? Absolutely. I mean, in the Yellow State, which I mean the Yellowhammer State, where Jeff Sticky Fingers Sessions from, the police, or the brute squad, as I've kind of referred to them here, they get to keep 100% of what's seized if they win. Is there any motivation maybe to push things there? What do you think? All I can say is thank you, Jeff Sessions. I think you're doing a grave disservice to the people not only of the state, but to the United States, and I think you ought to be ashamed. Let me know your comments. You're free to agree or disagree with me. I know that the at least proposed reason for this is to stop drug trafficking and illegal money from drug trafficking, but how about you take money from people who are convicted of crimes and not from people who aren't? That's my view. I'd love to hear yours in the comments below. Thank you for watching.